Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something fresh, something that's been climbing the charts, literally, because the game is all about climbing. I'm talking about Peak. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know I love testing new games on my potato PC, an i3 processor, no dedicated graphics card, and the eternal hope that maybe, just maybe, a game won't turn my laptop into a toaster. So, does Peak actually run on low-end hardware? And more importantly, is it worth your time? Stick around, because this review is going to cover settings, performance, gameplay, and whether Aggro Crab has finally reached their peak with this one, or if they've just slipped down the mountain. So, let's start with the juicy part, the performance. It's been a while since I could play a game like Only Up in full HD resolution, but Peak gave me that little joy. Sure, I had to lower most of the graphics settings, because let's be honest, my PC panics at the sight of shadows. But here's the good news. I was able to keep the texture setting at medium and still got a stable 40 to 50 FPS on a low-end setup that's basically luxury gaming. I recorded my gameplay solo and offline, so performance was smooth. If you're planning to play with friends, expect a small drop in FPS. Nothing too dramatic, maybe just enough to blame your lag when you inevitably slip off a cliff. And if it really bothers you, you can always lower the textures or drop the resolution a notch. Honestly, for a game like this, even at lower settings, it still looks clean and enjoyable. And the best part? My laptop fan didn't sound like it was about to achieve liftoff, so yeah, thumbs up on optimization. Now let's talk about the actual game. Peak is the third title I've played from Aggro Crab, after Going Under and Another Crab's Treasure. Those were decent games, quirky, fun, but not without flaws. Going Under, I'd say, was pretty solid, but Peak? This feels like their true Peak work. The game is much simpler in design, but sometimes simple is exactly what works best. And here, it really does. The premise is straightforward but effective. You and up to 3 friends are nature scouts who need to climb a mountain that changes every 24 hours. That's right. Procedural generation keeps every climb fresh, so you never really know what you're up against. One day you might be slipping on ice, the next you're dodging lava geysers, and occasionally you're staring at a mushroom that looks more suspicious than the snacks at a school canteen. The brilliance here is in the level design. It's hard to balance randomness and still make sure players have multiple routes to success, but Aggro Crab nailed it. There's always a way forward, and that's what keeps you coming back. The physics-based climbing is where the fun really takes off. Literally. Watching your friends fall, flail, or accidentally trigger a collapsing section of the map is comedy gold. It's less about cinematic moments and more about blooper reels. In fact, I'd argue that Peak doubles as a friendship test. Do your teammates save you from a fall, or do they laugh as you scream while plummeting into the abyss? Either way, you're laughing, sometimes through the pain. Visually, the art style is clean, simple, and very readable. It doesn't try to go ultra-realistic, but it doesn't need to. The charm is in its clarity. You can see what matters, and it runs beautifully on low hardware. The controls are tight, the stamina system keeps you on your toes, and every session feels like a fun challenge, rather than a grind. That said, I do think Peak could use more content. Right now, it's fun and engaging, but you start wishing for more biomes, more random events, and maybe a few extra surprises along the way. If Aggro Crab continues to update this with free or even paid expansions, this could turn into a game that people keep coming back to for a long time. Honestly, I didn't expect to love Peak as much as I did, but here we are. I'm scaling pixel mountains and actually enjoying it more than some flashy AAA games. Proof that fun often trumps fancy graphics. So, wrapping this up, Peak is a game that shows just how far great gameplay can carry you. It doesn't have photorealistic graphics or huge cinematic cutscenes, but it doesn't need them. What it has is solid mechanics, hilarious physics, and the kind of chaos that only multiplayer can bring. It's accessible, affordable, and more importantly, it runs like a dream, even on low-end PCs. On my i3 with no graphics card, I was able to get 40 to 50 FPS at medium textures, which is honestly amazing. Yes, the game does need more content in the long run, but even in its current state, it's easily Aggro Crab's best work yet. If you're looking for a fun, quirky, and unexpectedly addictive climbing adventure that doesn't fry your PC or your wallet, Peak is definitely worth checking out. Just make sure you bring a couple of friends, because half the fun is watching them fail miserably while you barely scrape by. And if you're the one falling, well, at least you gave them a good laugh. That's it for today's review of Peak on a low-end PC. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more low-spec gaming content, and drop a comment telling me how many times you fell off the mountain, because I lost count after 20. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep climbing, keep failing, and most importantly, keep gaming.